Hello and welcome to another Amble talks about whatever you want me to talk about, basically whatever you put in the comment section. And in today's comment section, we had a comment left from Benji asking to talk about kids. Now, to why he wanted me to talk about kids, I don't know. That's an open question to you. Please leave it in the comment, Benji, why you want me to talk about kids. But that is today's focus in this about 1 hour discussion about things whilst playing Minecraft. Now, kids is a interesting talking point. Do you want kids? Is a common question I often ponder myself. I know the answer. Yes, I would like kids. And I'm very open by this fact that I would in fact like to be a parent. Not yet though. I have a ways away yet to do that. But I do want them at some point. And I would like at least 2 because I think it's good, especially if they're like a kind of close age gap, like 2 years, let's say. That's good. I'm just so freaked out by like pauses. Like I start by pause and it's like, wait, that's going to be a pause in the video. Is that going to make it a good or bad video? But second channel, kind of care. I can't say I don't care because, come on. I care a little bit. It's just between you and me, I care a little bit. And so 2 is good because it's good for socializing. It means that they're not the center of attention and don't learn that actually they're not the center of attention because in the household, that's what they become if they're an only child. But if their attention is split, which is more realistic because people aren't always going to focus on you, by the way. Fun fact, you're not the center of the universe. You are the universe. Oh my god! But so am I, so where does that put us? So I'd like 2 kids. And that's really the answer to that question. But the next one is, what do I think about children and kids? Well, I don't really interact with children much. Well, I say that, but when I live stream, I question the age of my audience. Legally, in terms of Twitch TOS, they had to say they were 13 or older. And unless they say otherwise, I have to ban them. As in, if they say they're younger, I have to ban them because they shouldn't be on there. But I suspect that most of them are quite young, just based on how they act. And also the Minecraft demographic. And some are more mature than others. And it's fine though. Like I recall being that age and also watching Minecraft YouTubers. And I like the ones who treated me as like a human being and respects. Because I never want to, abuse my audience. Shock horror. I want to come off as genuine and myself. And this series may help that. It may not. Maybe I can just further the potential lies I could whip. Suppose what I'm dancing around, the idea, also I need to make a bridge here. The idea is that I want it to be genuine and truthful and not... Like if I'm ever doing like something negative that may be negatively impacting my audience, I'd like someone to tell me because I don't have to do it anymore. I can change my way. Or if I can improve, I love when people tell me how I could improve because then I can improve. And that's the only way you can feedback. Feedback's really important. And so I always appreciate a good bit of feedback. Kids. So yeah, I suspect I have a young audience, and so some of them you could class as kids, teenagers, or even young adults. Less so young adults and more so teenagers for sure. Look at this. Also, that's a house over there. You can just barely see it in the render distance. It's probably a scaffold. You can see a scaffolding. Look, see. And anyway, I need more doodahs, lanterns. That's the word. I need more lanterns. Forgot the word. Yeah, I suspect people are quite young on YouTube as well. Lots of quite a young world on YouTube, and I wonder what happens to that audience because, I was young when I first got to YouTube. I think I was probably like 11 or 12 when I first encountered it, and I remember the first things I watched on YouTube were like the only things I could spell. I mean, I was younger than that when I first got onto YouTube. Yeah, because I could only like watch what I could spell at the time, so I was literally like very juvenile things like poo, cat, dog. And so that's what I'd be watching because I can search for anything else. But then I learned other words like Halo and Minecraft. And that was like a whole universe of YouTube that I got into. There's a hole here. Regrettable. Go to the left a bit. Yeah, let's go to the left a bit. Ah! I must preserve this hole. Preserved. Didn't need to. Could have left it like that. But I preserved it instead. Either way is an interesting choice. For show. For show. Yeah. So when I was a kid on YouTube, I got into watching Minecraft. And this is the classic. I discovered the Yogscast when they were only so small. You know what? To be frank with you, I have no idea how many subs Yogscast had when I first started following them, because I really don't care. I really didn't care. And like, why should you care? It's just like, you found them, you enjoyed them, that's it. Just because are you gatekeeping someone? It's like, oh, I was watching them when they were X. It's like, are you gatekeeping them? Like, what's your point? Is your point that you have a good taste of small artists and you simply would like to reflect that you have a consistent pattern of finding people before they blow up? Well, that seems a bit more fair. But if you're trying to gatekeep, then you're just being a bit of a dick. What do I do about this hole? The real questions. Anyway, children. So, children. Kids. What else about kids? Kids are impressionable. There are definitely lots of, there is YouTube Kids, which is YouTube specifically for kids, because YouTube has now, and for a good while now, acknowledged that a huge part of its audience are really young, and they've literally made a space that they can access. But you know it, I know it, that those kids, they just go on regular YouTube. Like 6-year-olds, they can figure it out. You've seen kids, they're gonna grow up to be more technologically adapt than we are. We like to think that, we're all this, and we're not going to be. We're not always going to be on top. We're going to get older, and then the generation below us will be more, well, environmentally adapted to the technological trends, because they'll be setting them as much as like my generation set them. Now it's the next one's going to be setting them. Make it sound like I'm really old, but I can already sense that's going to happen. I think kids now, like more often than ever, is now making content, which is crazy. There's going to be so much more out there. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like, and all I can do is just sit back and see what happens. Also, I'm looking for like lights or lanterns, and I can't seem to find any. I don't think I have any. How do I make them? Stop it, donkey. So you've heard it before, but that younger generation will be the future, and it's true. If you're ever worried about, oh man, the current ideas that I live in suck, well, just wait 100 years. It's probably going to shift by a little bit, and it's always changing, probably to something better. We like to think it is, but we could just be living in a barbaric time without realizing it, because we're all adapted to our environment, and so maybe we're just living in a super barbaric time, and 100 years from now they'll look back and go, wow, they were so barbaric the way they lived, and we would never know, just like as those people 100 years before us didn't know that they were living barbaric lives. I need iron, which is great. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I think it is. I like the idea of there being new things. That's exciting. How to make lanterns? I don't know. I just crafted all the iron. I don't know how I do it. I mean, I've got loads of iron to spare. Thank you, Blob, for all the iron. Let's make more nuggets. So the crafting, I need more torches. Well, I need more nuggets. Oh, lanterns are expensive. Wait, so is iron a flex? I didn't realize that having lanterns was a flex. Right, let's make tons of nuggets. Right, we got loads of lanterns for now. Let's make some more. Oh, I ran out of torches. No, make more torches. Make more lanterns. Coal. Block of coal. I'm so prepared. Oh my god. I play a lot of Minecraft. Did you know? By the way, I play loads of Minecraft. Why can't I make more torches? Oh yeah, because I need to craft them. Right. Now we've got tons of lanterns. Tons of it. In the thousands, you could say. I don't have it in the thousands. but it's a nice idea. Sweet home, Alabama. Where's the veggie box? Gotta eat your greens. Right. Why? Oh yeah, I had my lighter on me because I was doing some shots for the series on YouTube that I do on my other channel, but we're not here about that. We're here because I'm talking about things. This is the series where I talk about things, and that's what's happening, right? You're convinced. Bye bye, sweet berry and mutton. Apples are kind of useful. We'll keep that. Oh, there's so much iron in my inventory. Right. Let's press onwards. Oh yeah, I need to find a trapdoor. Wood? Nah, I like the... Yeah, fine. We'll keep this. Make it the plankies. That's what I call them, plankies. And then we can do this. Skadoosh. Neat. Neato. Oh yeah, we need to also start waking? I'm slurring my speech. I think I'm tired. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes if I'm tired, if I push myself too much or not. I don't know when I've pushed myself too much, which is quite weird to admit. But I always try and like work as hard as I can, but I don't realize when I've tired myself out until I'm ill. So I'm really susceptible to making myself ill because I don't know when I'm tired. And so when I'm talking to people or I'm doing things, I'm very focused. I'm using up all the energy I currently have, and I don't realize when I'm tired of doing it. I'm just like, keep going. I can just keep going and going and going, and it's quite worrying. Sometimes I get worried about that. I've only recently realized this because I go through obsessive behaviors. I have obsessive behaviors, and when I come out of them, or when I reflect, I can see when I had them. I go, wow, I really did that one thing, and I only did that thing. Like the Minecraft cake era, as much as I admire myself for doing that and completing that, that was actually really obsessive of me. I woke up every morning at 7. I don't even do that now. I woke up every morning at 7 just to live stream myself completing the cakes, and that was it. That was part of my existence. And only upon reflection can I see wow, I really just obsessed that one thing, and that was my life for months. That's all I cared about for months. Oh, please, creeper, don't come near me. Although it was a healthy, it wasn't too unhealthy. I think that was not too bad of a one. But the issue is I just didn't know when I was tired. I can't tell. It's hard for me to tell. Recently when I was on holiday, I was determined to kind of just keep going and keep being active. But what ended up happening was I pushed myself too hard and I felt extremely ill because I didn't know I was... Oh, he got out. I felt ill. Basically, I wish I knew when I was tired, which is super weird because people usually know when they're tired. I don't. I really don't sometimes. I really don't know when I'm tired. And it's... weird. I do feel tired sometimes, and I can get tired, but if it's something I really enjoy or I enjoy doing, then it's as if I don't ever feel the sensation of being tired. It just keeps happening over and over and over and over, and I don't need to stop. And that's what I mean by that's worrying. I think it's worrying. Maybe you don't think it's worrying. Is it worrying? Let me know. And yeah, I live this life of kind of wanting to push myself. But when I push myself, I don't realize if am I going too far? But I suppose I'm kind of getting a threshold or a reference of what's too far and what's not too far. Also, we need more mossy slabs. I need more vines. Anyway. Oops, that was not a smart use of that. I was running out and I decided to go, you know what? I'm going to use it anyway. Goodbye, hoe. Sorry. I mean, spyglass. So, should I be worried? Nah. Yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on that. In the UK, you have the right to be tested for medical things. I think one part of me thinks I should try and see if I get if I get tested for ADHD, if I have it or not. Because it'll be kind of like an ease off my mind. It's like, oh yes, I have a thing. But it won't change anything about how I am or anything about how I live. It's just simply like, is this true? It's like a test. Like it's like it's like having a hypothesis and then testing for it, and you get the results. Even though that you kind of just did your homework and you know the end result, it's good that you can actually prove that it's true with a standardized test or a strong type of test. Oh, I don't know if this is bloody interesting or not. I was meant to talk about kids. Children, loud, aren't they? Jesus. But we were also loud. We should let them be loud because so often we're not loud. We're quite quiet. And we actually would like to be more. I like the idea that we like to be loud, and we're just pretending that we don't want to be loud. But when we get given the opportunity to be loud, we love it. We're like, yeah, well, I am. I'm like, yeah, I'm loud. I'm being loud. I'm being. I wish I could do everything. Because I think everything, I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do and don't like completely, and so I wish I could just do everything, but I can't. It's simply everything to me is anything I can do. Like I literally cannot do everything, and that does annoy me. I really wish I could just do everything, but I have to pick and choose what I want to get good at, because I can't be good at everything because I'm not good at anything. And so I literally have to go, okay, what do I want to get better at? And I know what makes me happy, so I want to get better at the things that make me happy, that keep me happy. And so that's what I choose to get better at. But you don't know what those things are unless you do try everything. And so, I encourage people to just kind of try things, because you don't know what that everything will be, what that singular thing that could really be the source of so much happiness in your life. And that's what your parents or people you look up to, or you'll hear the idea of you should try. How do you know if you like it if you don't try? I think there's a phrase for it. I think there's a phrase for that. I can't really think of it on top of my head, but you get the point. And maybe there's something I enjoy more than what I'm currently doing. Maybe there is, and the only way I would know is if I tried it. But also, I think tastes change. Like your tastes change over time. The things you like now may change. You may not like it in the future. That's okay. You just don't like it anymore. That's pretty ordinary. Where is this path going? It kind of went like, and now it's going this way. Where is it going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Down here, I suppose? It's kind of leading down this way. Yeah. I try not to get too sad on this show. I don't really try to get sad around many people. Kind of get upset. But I would be lying if I didn't say that sometimes I do get sad, because I absolutely do. But also I'm sometimes happy, and I can't really have one without the other. So really, I should be grateful for both emotions. I should be grateful for having had happiness, having had sadness, and that gives me strength. That knowing that when I'm having sad times, it gives me strength. When I'm finding it hard to wake up in the morning, when I'm finding it hard to push myself to do things I know that would make me healthy, that is when I should start thinking like, hey, hey man, it's all right. It's going to be all right. This series is kind of turning into like Amble's diary, but it's public. This is a public diary. People can just listen to how I think and feel every week. which is like, is that a bit too far? People may think like, oh man, he's putting himself out there a bit too much. It's too far. What's the difference between personal life and public life? There should be a line. And maybe there should be, but I don't know. I've not seen anything negative about being open about my feelings yet. So I don't regret it. I don't think it's a bad choice, because there is nothing to me that proves to me that it was a bad idea. This may seem like a really dumb thing, and maybe this is something I will disagree with myself in the future, and these are things I can accept if it comes to that. I like the idea. I know there's going to be some things I say that I'll look back 10 years from now and think, I disagree with what he said there, and if I continue with the content, and if I have more of a following, because it's possible I won't, and that's okay. Yeah, I could disagree with myself, and I wish people can understand that who are younger. People, like when I was younger, I used to think like, oh, this is exactly how I think. I don't know why anyone doesn't think this way. But then as I got older, my ideas changed, and I realized that they changed. And I realized that other people's ideas changed, and actually just because I disagree with them now, doesn't mean I should like attack them. Like, you could have an opposing idea to me, and I'm not actually gonna personally attack you, because your ideas are actually, you can actually separate your ideas from yourself, and then that way your ideas are, well, they're free. They're kind of free to exist past you. So they surpass you. You know, great thinkers, when they die, what's left is their ideas. And, you know, what their ideas actually was never them in the first place then. Right? If it's not there now, then was it really there then? No, surely not. And so that's why when you have conversations with people, I find it easier when I remove myself talking about ideas, and people are more honest with me. They don't feel like they're commenting about my own life. And so when I talk about personal ideas about myself, I actually abstract them, so people are more honest, and they're more likely to say what they actually think about an idea. But as soon as you make it personal, people can be more cautious and deceitful, because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But you know, they're not my feelings to be hurt. It's okay if you disagree with me. I'm not gonna get too upset. I might get a little bit upset. Come on, let me off. I'm only human. But I won't be. I try not to be. And even if I do, you know, give me like a week, I'll come back and be like, yeah, you know what? I didn't mean to be so upset. I'm sorry. And yeah, you know, ideas and you separate, and we should treat them separately. So it's easier to manage them. It's harder to then get attached to them, because your identity is more than your ideas. You know, what even is your identity? I don't know. I can identify things that I like, but could I really like nail it down to like a couple of core ideas? And can I really say that that's just me and it always will be me? Maybe not. That's hard, because like I said before, it could change. But I could give it a go. You know, why not? I could try it. Right now, I would like to believe, because I could be wrong. But surely though, Amble, if you want to be Alpha Chad Man, you should just say it like it's an absolute truth, and people will be like, whoa. So let's do that. So if I say things like as if it was the truth, I'll get that respect, right? If I go, yeah, this thing is that. That's what that thing is. This idea is that in a nutshell. And people are like, whoa, he's so goddamn. And some things can be like that. And sometimes, well, not even sometimes. I find that when you try think of an idea as an absolute, as if it were the truth, and you apply that to a model, it can be quite insightful to the way that you live and a way to measure yourself and how to improve on certain aspects of the way you live. And so it's important to test things as an absolute, like I'm absolutely going to do this thing. And I'm going to try to do it to my 100%. And that way you can see like, was that beneficial? Was that worse? Yes, no, why? Adjust, adjust, adjust. Perhaps life is just a series of adjusting until you get the seat settings just right. And then everything seems very comfortable. An interesting path. So if you don't know, I'm making a path to Cakeland. Of course you don't know. I just started doing it by explaining. So this path is going to lead towards Cakeland. And that is quite exciting because there isn't actually a path to Cakeland. And it'd be nice to finally get over there at some point. If I walk straight, I need to go left. But the land is making me go right. I need to go over this hill then. But it's like this way. And there should be a birch forest coming up. Yes. And then after the birch forest will be the infamous? No, just famous. Famous Cakeland. Oh, is it further? No. This seems very close. This seems very close. Ooh. Are we close? Yeah, no. I want to be close. Oh. So sometimes I wish that I didn't feel stressed, because stress is one of the most challenging emotions I find to deal with. There's the Cakeland, because when I'm stressed, I tense up and I think more irrationally. And I don't like thinking irrationally. Yes, we're pretty close actually. I want to think and see the world in terms of perception exactly the way it is. And just be able to see that for what it is. And if I could do that more, then I would be happier, because I won't be seeing monsters underneath my bed. But I do get stressed, and it's my own creation. Like, no one's making me stressed. No one's forcing me to be stressed. I generate my own stress. It's my choice. I choose to do that to myself. I give myself burdens, weight, responsibilities that I strictly want to adhere to the point where I make myself feel bad if I don't complete it. That's pretty harsh. Why am I doing that to myself? I mean, that's why people say that you are your own worst bully, for that very reasons, because it's so easy to beat yourself up. You are your harshest critic. You can belittle yourself and demolish yourself in a moment. You know your best and worst attributes. And again, I suppose, is this talk getting a bit heavy? Yeah, it is, isn't it? And that's okay. And that's alright. One thing I do to relieve myself of stress is to try and see what I can and cannot control. What are factors I can change? What are factors I cannot change? Because there's no point worrying over or trying to complete something that is out of your control. It's useless. You cannot control that factor. Like the weather. There's no point getting annoyed over the weather because you cannot control that. There's 0 point worrying, thinking about, or getting upset about the weather. Of course you can plan. Go ahead, plan for the most likely outcome. It's pretty smart actually. But to kind of be like defeated by it would be unfair. Because there's literally nothing you can do about that. So why should you beat yourself over that? It's just like, well, it rained. I thought it was going to be sunny, and it rained. And there's nothing to do, nothing to worry about that. So yeah, right now I'm definitely putting myself under a lot of stress. For no good reason. Why am I doing that? I'm tense. I'm more tense than usual. I think it's partly due to my kind of unsure status on how how I want to move forward next year with my university degree, I've expressed doubt more times than I can count at this point of like, why am I even completing this degree? Like, I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I used to. The most enjoyable aspect about it are the people. But people are not exclusively tied behind a paid degree program. They're everywhere. So why am I going to put myself through another year of something that I ultimately won't get pleasure out of? I don't know. It seems like I really am convinced by myself, and other people are convinced that because I've done 2 years of a course, that justifies doing another one just so I can finish it. But like, does it matter if I finish a degree or not? Like, why does that matter? It's not going to change how I proceed with my my life. This is really making me want to quit. I'd be so much more comfortable knowing that I have a terrible part-time job that I hate, and that's the only thing I have to think about is just getting money through that means, and then focusing on working on making things online, because I love creating things and I love having creative control. And university, as much as I found a course that gives me tons of creative control, still isn't total creative control. And that's part of the challenge of university. It's the reason why you get it's hard, because it makes you do things that you don't typically do. It makes you go out your comfort zone. But I completed my second year. I worked my goddamn butt off, and I got majority the highest grade you can. And I proved that I know I can do it, but I didn't actually really enjoy doing most of that. I just did it for the sake of doing it. And I didn't really see like I did see my self-value go up. I did appreciate it more. Also, is the music timed up? I think it is. Yeah, I can hear it. And I really think, like, why the hell am I even doing this? And I still think about this. It's been a constant. It started way back in before December. Like, yeah, I'm thinking of quitting. And I still think about it, because I think it's still it could be a really good choice for me. And I don't want to make the wrong choice. I think I should always consider all my options. But the arguments to reason why I should complete a course, the most compelling one is it will enable me to get some jobs. And I go like, yeah. And I see that. There are jobs that are advertised are exclusive to those who have finished a university course degree. But I'm not necessarily going to be getting those jobs. There's a lot more jobs than that, than just finishing my university degree. In fact, I'd be so much at peace right now if I just quit my course. I'd actually feel a lot less stress and freedom right now if I just went, yep, I'm now going to quit. And the question would be like, is that escapism? Am I just escaping my responsibilities? Or is it truly like a relief that I just don't want to continue it anymore? And my parents, so my friend would say, hey, you should like finish it, because you spent 2 years and therefore you should finish the last year. But I don't even plan to finish it in a year. I talked to numerous people, and there's another way you can do it, which is you just do it over 2 years. But like but the only reason I want to do that is so I can continue having more time to finish my to work on my content. So like, what the hell, right? Right? This is making me realize I need a serious a really serious conversation with some of my academics, because I've been here before, and I need like another viewpoint, because my viewpoint is biased towards finishing my content. Wait, I've made the path really wide. Whoops. Uh-huh. Man. If there's anything to learn from this rant, it's that there are so many choices to make in your life. And I suppose it's hard to know, like, which one's the right choice. And I would tell myself, do the choice that would make you happiest, right? And I don't know why. I don't know how that's not. I'm finding it hard to talk about, because I'm worried about what people would think of me if I choose to drop out of university. There's like a level of anxiety that I have around it. Of course, I'm not afraid to admit it. I literally just said it. And I'm going to be posting this online for the world to see. Some people will hear this. Most people don't. Majority of this world won't hear this podcast. Nor, and majority of these people who hear it won't care, because why should they? You know, these are my problems, not yours. Don't feel like these are your problems. This is simply me ranting. This is me talking about, well, it's meant to be about kids, but this is what's on my mind. I didn't realize that this was on my mind so much until I started talking. It's therapeutic. This is quite a therapeutic thing to do. And I didn't realize how much I needed to talk about it until I started talking about it. And it makes me... Oh, there's a baby wolf there. That's cute. You might have missed it. There it is. Here it is. There's the baby wolf. Oh, okay. Glad we went over that. Yeah. Why am I still in university? I'm just prolonging it. The inevitable ending. And just continuing what I want to do. There's nothing else. This is exactly the same argument I've made before. Let us change the conversation, because this is not really going anywhere, as I know that what I need to do is talk to one of my lecturers, my head of lecturer, about this and kind of review my options. And therefore, talking about it here won't change any of the like anxious idea. And you know, what can you learn from that is, from this bit of a long talk, is you could learn that if you are unsure about something, speak to someone who knows more, has more experience about the topic than you. And so my lecturer, I'm sure, has probably talked to many students who had doubts about finishing their degree, because they sense that they literally could just not finish it and just continue doing what they want to do, because they've now found what that is. And you can apply that to any field. Also, I must be getting really close. I didn't realize how close I was to my cake land until, yeah, what the heck? I'm kind of excited. I might be able to finish it in this episode. Bye, terrain. So let's go back to kids. So Benji commented about kids, and therefore I've got to keep talking about kids. Kids, they don't feel stress, you know? They don't feel stress because they don't give themselves the stress. They don't put themselves upon it. If they do, it's because their parent told them they should feel stressed. They go, why aren't you feeling? You should feel this way because this happened. And at first they're confused. They don't understand the concept. But then they learn, they watch, they observe. Their kids are amazing observers. They're silent. And they see their parents in distress. And they go, oh, they did X, then Y, and so I should do X and Y. And they pick up behaviors. They're master of behavioral environment adapting. That's what they're doing growing up, just learning from their environments how to behave and what's accepted, literally by positive or negative reinforcements. And God, the music's getting loud, right? But for me growing up, I missed a lot of that. And that's because I didn't see it. Even though if someone told me how I should think or feel, or anything on the lines of being told how I should think and feel, basically, I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't listen to anyone, not because I chose to, it's because I didn't know what they were saying. I was bliss. I very much had youthful bliss, simply because I didn't understand what people were saying to me. When people talked to me, I literally just didn't understand what they said. So I didn't register anything. I wasn't being rude. I just didn't listen. That which made me really vulnerable as a kid. I was really easy to be bullied, because you could say anything to me and I wouldn't know how to react. I'd be looking for cues to how to react, and whatever got me out of that cue would be great. It's like, oh, great. And so you could literally manipulate me into a behavior of being abused without realizing that it's abusive behavior, because I didn't know any better. And there's been people in my past who have done that very thing. I didn't realize that I was being bullied or manipulated, because I thought they weren't, because I didn't know what it was at a very old age. Like, I remember I think I was like, how old would I have been? Like 17? And I was being manipulated like I was like 4. Some guy, I'll tell you the story. So some guy was recording me on his phone and telling me to say dumb things. And I thought he was trying to be my friend. At 17, right? You think at 17 you can realize when someone is just, here's someone's recording you, making fun of you and posting it online. And this happened like 3 times. And I told someone, like, oh yeah, I think I have like this friend who does this. And they were like in shock. They're like, what? Are you like, are you serious? Someone's doing that to you? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's actually really mean. And I was like, oh, that's why I don't enjoy it. Because I didn't know. I didn't know what it was to not enjoy that. I just didn't have any reference to it. I just didn't understand the situation. So even though that I was being bullied, because I didn't know I was being manipulated, I didn't feel bad, didn't feel sad about it. It was just, that's just how he was being. And I was like, oh, that's kind of shit. That's kind of bad, isn't it? Like, oh, I was being manipulated into his pleasure without me getting anything back. He didn't feed anything back to me. He just used me. But I didn't know I was being used. And it's a reflection upon like my childhood. Like it's kind of as a proof, if you needed any proof, that I for a very long time in my life, and I think still so to this day, I can be quite easily like lost or not understanding or kind of miss the picture. But this is quite a relatable idea. It's not unique to me. I think we all experience this. But also very differently, slightly differently. And so this is my variation of this idea of like struggle. My struggle growing up was just simply trying to understand how to be like who was using me and who wasn't using me, basically. Who was a good or bad friend. And I was fortunate to grow up in a good town, full of good people, in a good education that supported my needs. Because I did go to extra like English lessons until I was, well, I still have English support to this day, because I still lacking it in the writing abilities, and I still make very, very obvious spelling mistakes. You've probably seen some. If you're a viewer who's been watching for a while, you still see them, and you will continue seeing them because I don't see it. But I try not to. I try to read it over. My favorite method is just copying and pasting it into Google search and seeing if Google recognizes it. And it's actually quite reliable. It's not too bad as a source of a spell check. Anyway, so growing up, I didn't know I was struggling because I didn't know what it was to struggle. And so I never felt like I was struggling. But people who are smarter and more observant of their environment, they can see that they are struggling. They can see the struggle. They can see the pain so clearly. And that's why people who are quite intelligent are also very depressed, because they can actually see what's happening. They have a good picture of what's going on. They have a good understanding of it. Well, I understand that more so now, starting to understand what is going on. I was like, what's all this then? But then I didn't. I lived in my own world. I lived in my own reality that was separate to everyone else, and anyone else who tried to enter it were like aliens, and I didn't understand what they were talking about or what they're doing or what they're trying to do. They were just there, and I just kind of stared at them. I was like, huh? What? Okay. Or I just ignored it and just continued being myself. And so, almost accidentally, by my biology, I grew up to live in and to be able to live in my own world and think about, whatever was on my mind. And so this is kind of translated into my creative abilities, being able to kind of completely get absorbed into what I do, because that's what I've done. But anyone can do this. Anyone can learn to do this. This is just one of the skills that I picked up of many which you need to be a successful person at a young age. I'm missing more of those stone walls, so I need to make more of them. Duh. Wow, this has been quite a conversation, huh? Quite opening. I didn't realize I had so much on my mind. And if you're still listening, I am fine. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm okay. I'm not that sad. Is this laughter uncomfortable, or is it pure? Is it joy? And I'm gonna leave it for your interpretation, just to mess with you. Though I'm fine. I have some, pretty good support system behind me, and we all need our support systems because we all do feel happy or sad. That's fine. Yeah, you can be sad. That's okay. I sometimes think I'm a bit sociopathic because when I'm sad, I think about how that's actually secretly, in disguise, something that's actually something to be really happy about. And let me give you an example. So recently, I uploaded a video on my main channel, and I was kind of deflated by it because of the view count. And if you know anything about being successful on YouTube, it's people value the view count, but in reality, you shouldn't value what people think or what you think people think about your content. See what I did there? It should be more about how you react to your content. And if you enjoy what you make, then what else do you need? But as we are people who want to succeed in this field, we understand that we want to get those larger numbers because then we're closer to the world where we can live with a stable income coming from what you love, that's a dream. That's the dream, and that's the dream of anyone. They want to do a job they love and provides them a stable income. And so for people who are content creators, YouTubers, filmmakers, it is simply, how many views do you have? Great. Now I've got to go drink milk. Because the more views you have, the closer you are to that dream. And so we dream about it. We release videos and we stare at the view count sometimes. And we go, I'm X away, I'm X closer, or I'm X further away from succeeding that dream, that very dream of being able to live from the things that I love making. And so I fell victim to that idea. Fell victim. Makes it sound like a tragic thing. It's not that tragic, is it? It's just YouTube. It's not like I'm still here. I'm still able to live, love, laugh, and all that jazz. So, but anyway, in this moment, I was bogged. I was bogged down by this idea. And kind of my process to try and become happy from something that's made me sad is to kind of like ask why. Like, why am I sad? Why am I sad again? And really, really question it and see where it's coming from. And so I've identified it to you, and then because I've articulated it, it kind of I'm already kind of deconstructing how ridiculous is that? Because I know what I did to get to that video, and these are things I can control, and I can tell you for sure that the way I made that video, that process I did was the best one. It's the best process I've ever made for a video, and the video itself is probably one of the most like well structured and watchable videos I've ever made, and I'm proud about it. That's why I'm proud about it, and that's what I take away from that experience. And okay, this may be a bit weird, but Inside Out, that is a fantastic film about mental health, because what it does is it goes, here's your happy memories, here's your sad memories, black and white. And then it flips this on your head. Spoilers, by the way. But essentially, the girl realizes, and so do the characters, that your saddest moments are followed by the really like wholesome and happy moments. And it's actually the contrast of the two, yin and yang almost, is required. And that is, such a beautiful moment. Oh, highly recommend it for that reason. It's such a beautiful moment in the film when she realizes that it is actually sadness that she needs to also be happy. And it's fantastic. I can steal my cakes. And so back to me. So I'm feeling sad about my content. Didn't get so many views. And so I go, okay, but right afterwards, or right before that, leading up to it, I was like some of the happiest I've ever been. And as soon as I release it and wake up that next morning, that's when I just deflated myself on it. I was like, this is not what I expected. But it was my fault for hyping it up in my fantasies, because it's not reality. The reality is I released, and it's not even that bad. It's not even performing that badly. It's actually like, in some merits, it's some of the best performances I've ever had in a heck of a long time. Another Bannerman, but underground. And therefore, your happiest thoughts are also your saddest ones. Da-da-da-da! It goes both ways, doesn't it? How the hell do you know to be happy if you've never been sad? How do you know what happiness is? What happiness even is if you never had a sad-eyed thought in your life? You don't. And that's why happiness and sadness, damn same thing. And boom! I've completed the path. I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy, happy boy, and I didn't have to build any bridges to do it. This is awesome. I'm now going to walk down this path after I've lit it all. This is cool. I've just built this path. I love it. So right now I'm feeling that sparkly feeling that I felt last week. And now I'm realizing that this is a series that's less about playing Minecraft and more about how I think and feel. It's actually becoming like a strange diary. It's somewhat, I am opening up to strangers online right now. Although I know most people who watch this, aka Mini Rowan the Witch, shout out, and Benji are two of the main viewers, aren't strangers in the sense they're actually people I know a lot about. So hey guys, nice if you made it this far. In your comments where you will be suggesting things to talk about next week, please add the word pumpkin. Thank you. Just add or edit your previous comment if you already made it. So yeah, hey guys. Been a bit of a trip, eh? It's been a bit of a Amble journey expressing my feelings, and yeah, I guess I'll have to get back to you guys on my university downers. Not even downers. Questioning why am I even doing university? It's a good question though. It's a good question. Also, was that a thing in here? Was I just... Nah, I thought it was mossy cobble. My god, I love Minecraft. Look, I've just made this long ass path. God, I made some good progress today. I was just like, just powered through it. Yeah, we're like way over here. That's where we started. Wow. Right, let's dump some of this stuff. Any mob drops? Nope. Veggie? Tons of it. Kind of green blocks. Go in here. Then we have our valuables, which nothing belongs in. We have a wood box, which actually we've... Go away, donkey. Which actually running out a lot of space in, which is fine. Then we have our tools. Wait, we've got no space in our wood box. We need more space in our wood box. We should go back and organize our inventory. Yes, that sounds like fun to me. You got loads of space. Wow. What else we got? Stone. Stone box? Red? No. White? Yes. Sweet. And that did solve... Oh, God. Oh, yeah, we need to find a cow, don't we, donkey? The reason why I have 2 water buckets is so I can always make an infinite water source wherever I am. Except for the nether, because you can't place water in the nether. Duh. Doi! God, do you even play Minecraft? Make sure I've picked up all my shulkers. Oh, I didn't pick up... Oh, damn it. Orange. Didn't store these boys away. There we go. Perfect. And then, there you go. Then, let's go donkey. Looking for cows on the way back. So when I go back... Oh yeah, we can officially name it to the cake path. Cake path. Yeah, let's name it. It's gonna be official. A new path in Blobcraft. I've just connected 2 parts of the world together. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that fantastic? 2 previous parts of the world that had no connection now have a connection. Let's just put it here. Get out of my way, other keyboard. Cake path. Ooh. Cake road. Boom. It's Cake Road, baby. We've done it. We've made Cake Road, baby. Woo! And so now we're going to go to bed. And we're going to store our stuff. And we're going to go walk down it. We're going to walk down Cake Road for the first time. From start to finish. Come on, donkey. I'm going to store you. I'm going to put you away. Put ye away. I'm putting yous away. So we're going to not go to bed yet. We'll do that last. Do we take donkey? We can carry him with our lead with us so we can ride back. Now we can take the nether portal back. It'll be way faster. So let's store our stuff. Then walk down the path. And yeah, we call it... Ooh, exciting. Ooh. Not much pleasures in life. Except for paths in Minecraft. Dirt. 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 Loads of dirt. Got lots of... Yeah, what? Where's my... Wow, I guess I haven't got any regular dirt. Now I do. My wood chest. Got more wood to dump in here. And I do need... No, I don't need that. I do need that. Villager banner. Let's yeet it in the miscellaneous. Oh, got Scotland flags in there too. Gosh, and packed ice. Food, carrots. I mean, apples. Yeah, that's far more organized. Sweet. Let's take a bed. Oh, I need to drink milk. Where's the nearest cow? Because if I go to the village, it's rather screwed. This episode's going to go on a bit longer. And that's okay. Gosh. Come on, donkey. Let's go. We're going to get some milk. Fresh milk from the local farm. We're not going to have... Oh, no. Probably need a hoe. What might we not need? A bed. I like having a free hand. Whee! Breathe and relax. Music is a very relaxing tool. That's been a big hand in keeping me calm and relaxed. Hobbies. What you can get from that is hobbies are good. Milk. Don't you dare run away. So quick to run away. Rude. I'm going to put him back. I'm going to walk down Cake Road for the first time. Sweet. Sour. Let's just let's keep the lead on him. He's already got a fence on him. Okay, it's 2 fences now. And we cannot go that way. Oh yeah. Didn't realize I can even. This is great. What another great. Whoa! Ignore that. Love it. Let's just walk down the path. There we go. Excited. Oh, there it is. Let's walk down the path. And appreciate the views. That needs tidying up, actually. There you go. Better. And tidy things up. That needs tidying up. Better. We'll keep it for now. There you go. We're now walking to Cake Land via a path. Proud of this little bridge. Yep. We're just strolling. Going to look at this land. We're right next to spawn. Literally not walked far, and it's just open land. It's a good spot actually to build here. Someone could build here if they wanted to, or not. Really, it's Minecraft. You can do what you want. You can build a path like I did. And now there's a path to Cake Land. This is a funny corner. What? There's definitely a shortcut there. See, paths, they don't have shortcuts initially, but as soon as you made it, you can reflect on it and go, look, oops, there's a shortcut there. Fun. Funny. That's like a pun. It's like funny. Fun, eh? Funny. Nice. I wonder how you guys will respond to my rant about my own. Really, I should keep to my problems to myself. I think that maybe. Okay, there's a whole other discussion. Should you keep your problems yourself? I think if I'm going to talk about my problems, I should also talk about solutions, because then you don't feel like you have to solve them. They're mine to solve. They're not yours to solve. And I did that with the university thing. I know who to contact about that. And because I don't want to give you guys any more stress or worry in the world. You should be happy. Huh? Don't worry about me. I'm fine. What else did I talk about? Kind of stressing myself out. Well, the source of that is partly to do with the university thing. It's linked. Because it's all about workloads and like trying to meet deadlines. And so the conversation starts there. Or sometimes I wonder, like, maybe I should try some more therapy. I've had loads of therapy in the past. Perhaps it's time to go back to talk about, like, why I might cause myself stress. I mean, it's a combination of, like, ambition. Like, I'm ambitious. I want to succeed, and so I push myself. But then, like, maybe I do it too much. I don't know. You don't have the answer, though. And I don't expect you to. That's fine. All I expect you to do is have fun. I apologize if this wasn't the most fun episode, I suppose. Because usually it's meant to be just me talking about things that's rather silly and ridiculous. I think. And that may have derailed a bit. But I suppose that's the nature of this series now. It's because it's new and different. And I do it every week. This one is a day late. But that's okay. Because I'll still do it next week anyway. This is episode 3. Wait, what? Excuse me, path. There's not enough light here. Oh, I haven't got any more. Darn. We'll just eat one there anyway. Shh. Annoy one person. Wow, we've almost walked the whole way. Just down here. What are we gonna see? Cake Land and that man. Cake Land. Hello, Cake Land. My baby. It is my baby. It's a lovely place. It's a ridiculous place. Full of cake. Me and Blob actually made this hole with TNT. That's how we did that. It's like, how do we make a hole that looks like something's crashed into it? Speaking of the devil, there he is. Well, just actually blow it up. And that's what we did. These cake trees do have cake stems, as you can see. They look so dumb. But they work, because it's colour. It's all just colour. Oh yeah, under the water isn't filled by cake. Forgot about that. But the sides are. The sides are. So it keeps like its like original shape. A bit weird. Also, if you have like, because I have like, I walk faster here. Yeah. This doesn't go all the way down here, but it does go down a bit down. And all the caves in this area are like that. The cake kind of goes a bit down it, but not all the way down it. There's another cave like over there, where that coal is about. But the cake kind of whips around this hill as well. Ah, that's a spot. Over here is a relic of someone who used to be on the server, but yeah. Moved on without a word. Typical behavior of people online is they appear and they disappear without a word, which is a shame. It doesn't give much closure, but here's someone's old house. And this was the house of Eve G with their own door. I actually named one of my axes after this person because they're one of my biggest monetary supporters, and I really appreciated that. And they enjoyed my content. Yeah, there's that unfinished house. Of a mine, I believe, down here, or a cave. I believe the house was converted from a cave. I can't recall. But all this stuff is still here. Oh, yeah, gave them lots of freebies. That's why it's like weird amount of like, why are they not like 32 exact note blocks? That's why. And decided to live in Cake Land. Not sure why, but they did. I want to go walk to the top of that hill. I want to get to the top. I've not been up there for a good while. Whee! I look forward to seeing it again. The last time I was up there was probably when I finished building it. Or even like when I was building it. I don't think I've been up here since. Oh my god, the cakes whip around here too. Look at that. They go really far around it. Oh, but not here though. You could live here and not even know those cakes. You're like, oh, I'm living a normal life. And all of a sudden you're like, huh? Why is like cake up on this hill? Oh, look at that. There's gaps. Straight to the top. You can see the melons now from here. Oh, you can see the melon. Let's get our compass out. Uh-oh. Melons be afoot. Oh, oh, oh. But the other cave you can see from up here. It's like there. Yeah. But there's only two. No, three. There's three. Oh, maybe even four. That's a... Oh yeah, it goes all the way over there too. Oh, it goes far. Because my idea was from that point, looking that way, it's cake as far as the eye can see. I wanted that illusion of like endless cake. And similar to what's going to happen to the melon area, which is slowly becoming over here. Slowly but surely. Oh, there's a chest here. Wow. There's a hidden chest here full of concrete and stone. That's... I'm going to take the concrete. This can stay. And the die. That's useful. Mine. And that's going to be the end of this episode. Again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Amble Plays and Talks About Kids whilst playing Minecraft. I mean, God, that was phrasing. Amble plays Minecraft and talks about kids. Or it's the other way around. Amble talks about kids and plays Minecraft. Thank you very much for watching. And until next week, please leave a comment if you want me to talk about something. And goodbye.